Hello, good morning, or good afternoon now. I'm Spike, and this is Self-Taught Japanese in Rosetta Stone 3. I've returned. It's another day, another dollar. Today's module I'm going to be tackling is listening and reading. Yesterday, I completed the listening module. That was a little bit, again, repetitive, but it was chucking at me some more individual phonetic work with different pictures and slides, which is what we like. We like a little bit of a difference in the content that it's thrown at us. Rather than obviously the module beforehand, the video before that, the writing one that's quite short, that repeated just two elements for this particular section of work. So I'm hoping that today, again, it says it's about 15 minutes. So I assume we're going to have quite a fair few slides and pictorials to go through in the exercises. And, you know, it's listening and reading. So it's going to be a little bit of what I did yesterday and what was in yesterday's video, which is number 106. But today it will also be down to reading the actual hiragana as well. So hopefully it'll be a little bit more taxing. So before we begin, I'm just do the shameless plug. This is the X Officina channel from the workshop. As always, like, follow, share, and subscribe if you like what I'm doing over here. Trying to keep things all above board, honest, you know, and free. So if you'd like to follow, then obviously click the bell, click the follow button. You can find me at these links: twitch.tv/xofficina and youtube.com/xofficina. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you're either watching the live stream or you're watching the exported uploads to YouTube. If that's the case, well done you. Thank you very much for your support. It means a great deal to me. I'm doing this just to document my process and of my love of the Japanese culture and Japan as a whole, the Japanese language that I'm trying to teach myself in lieu of a visit out there, hopefully next year for my birthday. Whether I get to that point, obviously, is another story, but that is hopefully the aim, is to be at least cogent and fluent enough to understand, listen to, and be able to speak back some Japanese. So I'm not just your average tourist. I'm a little bit more of an amateur speaker, just to show the culture some respect as they do us and each other. So, you know, I think it's the next level in the step that I would like to get to with regards to respecting being in Japan as a country and obviously then speaking to the natives there. So I suppose without further ado, it should probably begin. So as always, let's crack on with this module and see what we've got. I'm going to get this loaded up. As always, before going into the mic setup, I'm going to show that we've still got the reference sheet, alphabetized hiragana alphabet there. My numbers sheet with some tense stuff, obviously, and the important bits. So they're my two main important reference sheets. And then, of course, page 3, the infamous, or was infamous, missing page that I couldn't find that I know that I had done. Obviously, we've got days of the week. It's smelly, it's good, tastes bad, or it's delicious. Plus seasons there with a couple of examples in the middle, and then days of the week, month, year, etc. Just from previous year. This is a common recurrence in this stream. I am not tired. I am very refreshed. I have been awake since 7:30 this morning. So again, having to do the school run. I'm on my trusty third glass of water of this size, and I do get through them quite swiftly, even when I'm not doing anything, and yet I'm still yawning, and I don't know why. But it is what it is. So let's crack on. Ichi, ni, san, yon, go. That was so bad. Don't know why I said si. This is not Spanish. Let's go. How many slides we got? 20 slides.
彼女はサングラスを持っています。
彼女はサングラスを持っています。She has her sunglasses.
彼はチケットを持っています。
彼はチケットを持っています。And they have the ticket.
女の人たちは 傘を持っています。
女の人たちは傘を持っています。The ladies have their umbrellas.
男の人たちははしごを持っています。
男の人たちははしごを持っています。And the men are carrying a ladder, or have a ladder, or holding a ladder. And there's our first slide. Not a bad start. Again, same material from the beginning of this unit and the very end of Unit 3, if I remember correctly. And again, just re-representing and presenting this material to us with, the listening section, the reading section. It's all there. Let's go to slide 2.
彼女は花を売っています。
彼女は花を売っています。And she is selling flowers.
彼は車を売っています。
彼は車を売っています。He is selling a car.
彼は果物を売っています。
彼は果物を売っています。He is selling fruit.
彼女は野菜を売っています。
彼女は野菜を売っています。And she is selling vegetables. So there we have these slides for slide 2. Let's go to slide 3.
この青い車は古いです。
この青い車は古いです。Our old car is blue.
この赤い家は新しいです。
この赤い家は新しいです。Our old house is red.
この白い家は古いです。
新しい is new. My apologies. It's 古い that's old. So この白い家は古いです。Our old house is white. That's better.
この緑の車は新しいです。
Excuse me while I yawn for no apparent reason. この緑の車は新しいです。Our new car is green. There we go. So we got the first one. Obviously, I made the mistake on that one. Atarashi is new, not old. So my apologies on that. I noticed immediately the mistake I made, realised it, corrected it. But again, it's all part of the learning process. So please don't take offence or have at me. But these things happen when you're trying to teach yourself a language with no real direction besides this program. Let's go to slide 4.
彼女はサングラスがいります。
彼女はサングラスがいります。She has no sunglasses.
彼女は石鹸がいります。
彼女は石鹸がいります。She has no soap.
彼ははしごがいります。
彼ははしごがいります。He has no ladder.
彼はタオルがいります。
彼はタオルがいります。He has no towel. So here we are again. We've now gone from the positive and obviously the more upbeat I have this or they have this, and we've now transferred over now to the opposite, to the negative. I don't, you don't, they don't have, or they have not got, she does not have, he does not have, etc. But same items. We're still dealing with sunglasses, a ladder, soap's a new one, and then the towel. It's sort of about getting clean, dirty, dry or wet. Let's go to slide 5.
彼らは肉を買っています。
Now we're on to shopping. 彼らは肉を買っています。They are purchasing meat, or they're buying.
彼女はおもちゃを買っています。
彼女はおもちゃを買っています。She is buying the toy, or a toy.
彼は服を買っています。
彼は服を買っています。He is buying clothes.
彼らは野菜を買っています。
彼らは野菜を買っています。They are buying vegetables. Wait a second, I've got a controller USB-C cable attacking my leg from my PC controller. There we go. That's better. There we are. Right. So there we have it. You've gone from plural to just male singular to plural again for the plural and the polite, and then we've got obviously she. Again, don't know why I'm yawning so much.
すみません。スーパーはどこですか？
すみません。スーパーはどこですか? Excuse me, where is the supermarket? And here we are looking at something being over the bridge, which is Chikaku. So, スーパーは橋の近くにあります. So, the supermarket is over the bridge.
スーパーは橋の近くにあります。
So, here he's asking the question. So, すみません。パン屋はどこですか?
すみません。パン屋はどこですか？
And then, obviously, we're on about Panya, which is the bakery or patisserie. So, we are looking for Panya wa pandori ni arimasu.
パン屋はパイン通りにありま
Oh,
す。
paindori ni arimasu. Well, either way, the bakery is nearby, or it's down the street, or down the road, because Dori is road, avenue, street. Clearly, it's close by. Let's get slide 7.
私は新しい車を売っています。
Oh dear, not getting very good messages today. Everyone's parents seem to be leaving the world. Excuse me while I reply to an important message. There we go. Anyway, watashi wa atarashi kuruma wo utte imasu. I am buying this new car. Well,
彼
I'm
女は
selling this
古
new
い
car,
帽
sorry.
子を売っています。
Konojo wa furui bushi o utte imasu. I am selling this used or old hat.
私は新しい傘を売っています。
Watashi wa atarashi kaso o utte imasu. I am selling this new umbrella.
彼女は古い車を売っています。
Oh, yeah, I thought that would have been the case. It keeps fluctuating, my dude. Thank you very much for letting me know. Yeah, this is a pain in the ass. I have to keep changing it every time, and then these vocal levels just then shoot the fuck up, and there's no, there's literally no, yeah, see, standard levels in there. But as soon as I get into this program and start speaking, it was fine doing your intro. It was as soon as you started the program, it went quiet. Yeah, because as soon as I switched to the program, it fucks shit up for some reason. Because this has the audio volume priority, and yet everything, everything is geared towards the microphones being on full volume. So I can only assume it's how this. I hate having to do this midstream. This is bollocks. I don't know why it does it. Like, it's clipping. It's not letting me have my microphone where I want it to be in OBS, is what it's doing, because it's being an asshole. Maybe it's because I have two of those on, perhaps. Maybe. Let's remove you. See if that helps. Maybe, maybe not. We'll soon find out. Well, anyway, Kanojo wa furui kuruma o uteimasu. Where was I? She's selling an old car. There we go. Let's see if that helps. So we'll just do a quick test on this slide because obviously anyone who's watching the live stream. Yeah, I have to mess around with my mic most days. Yeah, I think for those who are going to be watching this on YouTube, obviously it's you don't get to see the Twitch chat, but I've noticed that from swapping from OBS into another program, whether it's your games, whether it's a language program like this, when several programs fight over your microphone input level, that then gets put through the driver in Windows, that the program then grabs, because multiple programs are grabbing that driver input. It has to, the latency switches between one program to the next program, and it keeps doing this as to who's taking charge of what the microphone volume is going to be doing. I don't think OBS releases it very well to other programs, because I've noticed OBS, it'll be sat there all fine, all of my settings are great, and then as soon as I hit Rosetta Stone, the volume spikes and increases, and I start clipping and going into the red, which is not good for any audio. And I've had these set for so long, and yet here we are. We've got the shameless plug, Benji's Benubis TV. Good friend, good pal Benji, has just highlighted my audio issues live on stream. So thank you very much, dude. Much appreciated. It sounds much better already. Yeah, thanks. I hope it does. I won't know until I play this back. But let's have a quick...
私は新しい車を売っています。
God damn, that's still loud, even in my bars there. Let's put that... This is going to muck up my levels just a touch. But hey, we're coming back new year. I'm trying to get everything on top of shit. So there we go. Anyway, slide 8, let's go. Let's see if we can learn some more
すみま
Japanese. Shall we?
せん、ここは薬屋ですか？
Oh, that's got some new stuff. Ah, no, this is about tablets. So, sumimasen, koko wa kusuriya desu ka? Excuse me, where is the pharmacy? So let's have a look about this pharmacy. Iie, koko wa honya desu. Kusuriya wa irumu dori ni arimasu. But I
い
think
い
the
え、
answer is
ここは本屋です。薬屋はエルム通りにあります。
nice. So she's at least telling her where it is, which seems to be it's down the road somewhat. Because this is a bookstore. Honya bookstore. Right, here we go. We've got another lady, another arrow. She's going to be asking a question. So it's going to be Sumimasen, koko wa panya desu ka? So we're asking about the bakery again.
すみません、ここはパン屋ですか？
Fantastic. So now we're looking for the answer that has the supermarket in it, which is this second one. So, iie, koko wa super desu. Panya wa koen no chikaku ni arimasu.
いいえ、ここはスーパーです。パン屋は公園の近くにあります。
So, excuse me, where is the bakery or patisserie? Is this the bakery? She says iie, which is no. Koko wa super desu. This isn't the supermarket. No, this is the supermarket, sorry. This is the supermarket. Panyo wa koen no chikaku ni arimasu. The bakery is through the park, or the other side of the park. That's why she's pointing that way. Koen is park, and chikaku is nearby, or other side, depending on context. So let's crack a lacking on. Slide 9.
この店は古い宝石を売っ ています。この店は新しい宝石を売っています。
Yes. この店は古い宝石を売っています。And now we're looking for, well, it's going to be the next one, isn't it? この店は新しい宝石を売っています。
この店は新しい本を売っています。
So, they're selling new books.
この店は古い本を売っています。
Oh, fantastic. They're selling old books. So here we have this shop selling old jewelry, and this shop sells new jewelry. This shop sells old books on this left-hand side of the bottom. この店は古い本を売っています。And この店は新しい本を売っています。This shop is selling new books. As we got hon, the books, atarashi is new, ute is to sell, or ute, there is new. Again, read Japanese backwards. Imas, there is. Ute, or ute is to sell. Hon, books. Atarashi, new. Kono mise wa, I'm not entirely sure exactly what that means. But again, the context is there, and that's determining what tense that we are currently talking in. So just replying to those who, again, I've got two friends who in the space of a week of each other have both lost their dads. Well, one's lost his dad, the other's lost his stepdad. So just having a quick response on that. And hopefully that's done, because now I can use a mum phone to I need to know konomise. Come on, spell it right, dude. Konomise. Well, no, I don't want the whole context of it. I just want that part of the sentence. Konomise wa this shop or store. There we go. Of course, this shop or store sells new books. Or this store sells old jewelry. There is. Let's go to slide 10.
彼女は金物屋で買い物をしています。
Okay, 彼女は金物屋で買い物をしています。So she's in the hardware store buying tools.
彼は宝石店で買い物をしています。
彼は宝石店で買い物をしています。He is buying jewelry. He's in the shop.
彼らはスーパーで買い物をしています。
彼らはスーパーで買い物をしています。And they are in the supermarket. They are buying in the supermarket. 彼らは they, スーパーで買い物をして supermarket store. Let's go slide 11. See what we got.
彼は薬を買っています。
We're over halfway. 彼は薬を買っています。薬 is it's medicine. So he's buying
彼
medicine.
女はケーキを売っています。
Keki is fantastic. That's cake. I love it when the Japanese kanji something that's from the Western world, foreign, and it's still basically English. Then they just imagine an English word, and then you're saying it with a Japanese accent. The classic stereotypical accent. The same as we would do with Chinese. Any East Asian accent in Western English is always stereotyped that way. Well, ironically enough, in Japanese and a little, well, maybe not Chinese so much, but definitely in Japanese, they import and take on and appropriate English words, which makes it easy to sometimes identify what the item is, because they actually use the foreign words to speak it in Japanese. So here we have cake, keki. 彼女はケーキを売っています。She's bought a cake.
私は本を読んでいます。
Fantastic. 私は本を読んでいます。I'm reading a book.
彼らはチョコレートを食べています。
Perfect example. I wonder what chocolatto means. Do you reckon it means chocolate, perhaps? Well, there you go. That's exactly what it means. 彼らはチョコレートを食べています. They are eating chocolate. Or they're eating chocolate at the table. Or they have chocolate on the table. But yes, in any case, that is where we're at on what they're doing. Let's go to slide 12. We're over halfway.
何を買っていますか？
私は果物とチョコレートを買っています。
Which we can see is definitely this basket. So, 何を買っていますか? What have you bought? 私は果物とチョコレートを買っています. I have bought vegetables and, not vegetables, sorry, fruit. We've got mangoes, lemon, lime, etc. They raspberries or strawberries? Strawberries. Not a fan. Allergic. 私は果物とチョコレートを買っています. I have fruits and chocolate I have bought. Ta-da!
何を買っていますか？
Then we get the same question again. 何を買っていますか? What have you bought? Does that slide?
私は肉と野菜を買っています。
私は肉と野菜を買っています. I have bought, or I have meat and vegetables I have bought. Essentially the sentence. So again, picking out the patterns. If we stop here, we can see a little bit more simple, but in context. When you're getting asked a question, it goes, you're using des and imas at the end of a sentence most of the time to determine first or third person, politeness, there is, there are, I have, I had, etc. Making it a question, you turn it into a question with ka at the end of it, imaska, deska. Anything before it are your nouns and adjectives of what's going on. So nani or kat, you have bought, or yes, what have you purchased would be the context, or what have you bought here. Or in this case, there is backwards, there is bought you have, essentially. And then when you get to your answer, you get your tense first person, watashi, polite, I have, and then you've got your items, kudamono, which is fruit, chocoreto, chocolate, okat imas, I purchased, there is. So again, Japanese is Yoda, Western English Yoda. If you just reversed what he said, then you are speaking Japanese. Or if you just translated it direct, I should say, because it's already in the right structured form. It's quite, again, easy trick that I will keep mentioning throughout the
彼
series
らはスーパーで野菜を買っています。
to recognize the patterns of how Japanese is structured grammatically. 彼らはスーパーで野菜を買っています. So they're buying, they have bought, they're in the supermarket buying vegetables. There we go.
あなたはケーキ屋でケーキを買っています。
あなたはケーキ屋でケーキを買っています. You have bought cake from the cake shop, Mum.
彼女は本屋で本を買っています。
彼女は本屋で本を買っています. She bought books from the bookstore.
彼女は薬屋で薬を買っています。
And she's purchased drugs from the drugstore. 彼女は薬屋で薬を買っています. There we go. So again, you see a little tense change here with anatawa, because as you can see, the little triangle on this picture, it denotes that it's the little boy speaking. So he's speaking to his mum. You have bought this thing. Rather than we've got kanojo, she, karadawa, it's they, polite they doesn't determine masculine or feminine. Unlike kare by itself, which is male dominant, kanojo is female dominant. So yeah, not too shabby. Let's go slide 14. Let's see what we got.
私のメガネは壊れていません。
私のメガネは壊れていません. My glasses are not broken. いません is you're taking your imas and turning into the negative, imasen, I have not, I do not, etc. Watashi no megane wa korarete. Korarete is broken. My glasses are
私
not
のテ
broken.
レビは壊れています。
Watashi no terebi wa korarete imasu. So terebi, I wonder what that could be. Could it be the telly? So my telly is broken.
僕のおもちゃは壊れています。
So now we have, again, another tense change to the singular I noun, but it's now of a young boy, and from his perspective, that is also casual, because boku is not used that often. So boku no omocha wa kawarete imasu. My toy is broken.
私のはしごは壊れていません。
And watashi no hashigo wa kawarete imasen. My ladder is not broken. There we go. Fantastic. Let's go slide 15. You're doing well. Not made much
男の
mistakes
子
today.
はおもちゃが欲しいで
So
す。
here again, omocha, we're talking about the toy. And he wants the toy. So otoko no ko wa omocha ga hoshii desu.
女の人は宝石が欲しいです。
女の人は欲しいです。And she is looking at the jewelry in the jewelry store. Or she wants the jewelry in the jewelry shop. That's cool. Anyway, let's click it in.
犬は肉が欲しいです。
Everyone loves a good old doggo. Well, inu is the biggest giveaway because we've lost the personal nouns, or the pronoun stuff. We're just starting the sentence with dog. Dog wants meat. Inu wa niku ga hoshii desu. The dog wants the meat.
女の子はチョコレートが欲しいです。
Onnanoko wa chokoreto ga hoshii desu. The girl wants the chocolate. Ta-da! Slide 15 done. Again, once you get those little bits in each of the sentences, the context for how those sentences are worded does start to come way more naturally when you start seeing it in translation. So here we go. Now, we always seem to start with a question on this first one, so we're going to go with irimasu ka? Kagi ga irimasu ka?
鍵がいりますか？
And then, yes. Here are the keys. Hi.
はい、鍵がいります。
Yes, I have the keys. So again, we're going to go for the question. Okane ga irimasu ka? Do you have money?
お金がいりますか？
And or okane ga irimasu ka? Do you want money? So this would be, do you want the keys? And yes, she does want the money. So hai, okane ga irimasu.
はい、お金がいります。
Fantastic. I do love this material. It seems to be quite
彼女は
easy to work
紫
into.
のコートが欲しいです。
Now she wants the purple coat in the shop window. 彼女は紫のコートが欲しいです。
彼は赤いメガネが欲しいです。
彼は赤いメガネが欲しいです。And his glasses are red. Or he has red glasses.
彼はメガネがいります。
彼はメガネがいります。And he needs his glasses.
彼女はコートがいります。
And she needs a coat. 彼女はコートがいります。So, yes, she needs a coat, whereas she wants the coat. She wants the purple coat. He needs glasses, and he has red glasses. So here we're starting to get into some more subtle differences in the grammar and the changes in what we're asking of or looking for in these slides and pictorials. So these last three, I hope.
彼女は
It's gonna
宝
ramp up.
石が欲しいですが、いりません。
彼女は宝石が欲しいですか？いりません。So she's looking. It's got to be about the jewelry, right?
彼は
Yes.
ケーキが欲しいですが、いりません。
Oh. 彼はケーキが欲しいですが、いりません。It's about the cake.
彼は薬がいりますが、欲しくありません。
Ooh, it's a little bit more. He doesn't want it. You say. So this is about doesn't want or isn't wanting to. So 彼は薬がいりますが、欲しくありません。He doesn't want to take his medicine.
彼女はメガネがいりますが、欲しくありません。
彼女はメガネがありますが、欲しくありません。So that she needs glasses but refuses to get them. She doesn't really want to sell her jewelry. He doesn't really want cake then. Or he does, but he isn't going to get it. And then this kid here, he doesn't want to take his medicine. So, let's have a look at what it is in Japanese just quickly, if I can find the phrase. So, let's go with the cake. 彼はケーキが欲しいですが、いりません。He wants cake, but he does not need it. There we go. Whereas the others will be he needs medicine but does not want it. She needs glasses but does not want it. And she wants jewelry but doesn't need it. Because look how much she's got around her neck and on her, and the rings as well. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, contextually, that's pretty cool. Again, the only thing I'd point out, it's worth typing in if you're unsure, like I do and have done on these stream videos. It's worth checking out, typing these in the English and putting at the end in Japanese to see if you get a direct translation, because these are correct in textbook Japanese for JLPT. You are likely to find the materials. An example case is this. So I don't know if anyone can see that. See how I've typed that up? Sorry, the camera's lights are reflecting in my screen badly. I'll do it at an angle, but you see how it says there, he wants cake, but he does not need it. These translations are translations of this material later down the line from later Rosetta Stone versions, but also where they appear in JLPT textbooks where you've also got English translation supplement materials. From what I understand, from how I've had to search for stuff when you've seen me in these videos search for things before, just so that I can relay what these are actually saying when I'm not sure. But again, as you can see, I'm getting the context from the wording. It's just then actually nailing the translation, which again, I think, despite my research and searching things up, which I could do a little bit more often, I think getting the context of them from the picture and from how much I've learned so far to get a baseline isn't so bad. Again, I'm still learning, so I don't intend to be wrong. However, I do think that this learning process, even if I am getting some of it a little bit mismatched, again, don't at me and cancel me or anything like that. I'm just documenting my learning process, where I'm coming from. The whole point of this series is to show that I'm on a journey from basic doing from scratch, not knowing most of this stuff, to becoming knowing of this stuff. So I think it's important to show where I'm at in my learning, even if I'm getting things a little bit left or right of center, if I can show that I'm understanding the context and the nature of these when describing said translation from the pictures, because it's showing the relationship between what this program's taught me and what I've learned and discovered myself, and then what we're uncovering from translations like this, where we're getting Yes, the actual what it actually means, the correct and 100% accurate translation. But I think it's important to show and just to let those watching and listening know that. Let's go to slide 19, penultimate.
私は新しいテレビがいります。
Ooh, 私は新しいテレビがいります. So I want this new TV. So どうして新しいテレビがいりますか? Because he's asking a
どう
question
し
about
て
it.
新しいテレビが
Oh,
い
he
り
wants
ま
to
す
buy a
か
new TV because his old TV's broken. So yeah, so 私は古いテレビは壊れていますから。Yeah.
私の古いテレビは壊れていますから。
Yeah, I would like to buy a new TV. Why do you want to buy a new TV? Because my old TV is broken. Cool. So let's go for yes. No, that's wrong. First mistake. Oh no. Boo.
私は
Yes.
新しいテレビがいります。
19 slides. Yeah, we know it's どうして
どうして新しいテレビがいりますか
Yeah. 私はテレビ
私の古いテレビは壊れていますから。
nailed and down. Then we got okay, so my old umbrella is broken. That's confusing. Are they sure they have that right?
私は新しい傘がいります。
Yeah, no, it is. I'd like to buy a new umbrella. Why do you need to buy a new
どうし
umbrella?
て
Because
新
my
し
old
い
one is
傘がい
broken.
りますか
Yes, it's just worded the wrong way. Right, try again, Spike. Come on. Let's go.
私は新しいテレビがいります。
Yes. 私は新しいテレビがあります。どうして新しいテレビがいりますか?
どうして新しいテレビがいりますか
And yeah, so 私の古いテレビは壊れていますか?
私の古いテレビは壊れていますから。
Yeah, nice. And we've got 私は新しい傘がいります。Because she needs to buy.
私は新しい傘がいります。
Yeah. And because どうして新しい傘がいりますか? Why do you need to
ど
buy a
う
new
して
umbrella?
新しい傘がいりますか
And then 私の古い傘は壊れていますから。Because my
私の古い傘は壊れていますから。
not gonna lie, she's pretty fit in that picture. Anyway, let's go to slide 20. What have we got here? Okay, 何がいりますか? No, not that. Right, okay. I need to read these before I just go piling straight in.
金物屋はどこですか?
金物屋は本屋の近くにあります。
So, 金物屋はどこですか? Where can I buy tools? Or yeah, hardware tools. Do you know where? Is what he's saying. Hardware store. Do you know where? 金物屋は本屋の近くにあります. It's not. It's nearby. Why do you ask?
何がいりますか?
Why do you ask?
私は新しいはしごがいります。
Because I need a new ladder. 私は新しいはしごがyeah, いります. Oh, God, tongue-tied. I need a drink. So then that would be どうして新しいはしごが入れますか? Yeah,
どうして新しいはしごがいりますか
fantastic.
私の古いはしごは壊れていますから。
He shows the bottom half of his ladder. Look at the state of it. 私の古いはしごは壊れていますから. Because my old ladder is broken. Look at this. Oh, that's so good. I like it. Poor guy. He he looks like an off-brand Temu ginger. What's his name? Owen Wilson. Look at that face. I shouldn't make fun. Anyway, that's where we're at. That is the end of the listening and reading for the Unit 4 Module 1 stuff. Which, again, wasn't so bad for today. Didn't make that many mistakes. We've just got over 3/4 of an hour of material there in one video. So I hope that was informative and entertaining, and that you can use that yourselves on playback to rinse and repeat those pictorials, those slides, and see how, again, a structured sentence conversationally is made. And hopefully, when I'm not making too many mistakes and when I'm looking stuff up, that you can see not just how it's structured, but where you can pick out the patterns in each word to then replicate learning this material so that it becomes easier for each concurrent slide and pictorial thereafter. Which, again, having gone from Unit 1 into 2 into 3, obviously you look at the Unit 1 and the Unit 2 stuff, I was making tons of mistakes every time, every video, every slide, getting frustrated, etc. Now you look at where I'm at from Unit 3 to Unit 4, when it started getting more complicated and things had started to stick with this repetitive nature of not wanting to move on until I've 100%ed things. It's forcing me to rectify the mistake immediately, but then also when I made mistakes later on, I'm recognizing them immediately upon making them and just starting the slide immediately thereafter rather than making it to the end. Which, again, for me, is a learning pattern, as a learning method. It seems to be working really well for such a casual method in learning Japanese with just this one set of material. So again, that's why I'm documenting my ability in teaching myself this language, and I'm hoping that those who are finding these videos, those who are joining the live stream, thank you, Ben, or those who are just putting it on in the background to listen to, I hope you're finding it fun and entertaining and enjoyable to sit in, listen, watch, etc. Right, so that leaves me with tomorrow for Friday. I'll be doing the speaking, and again, because we're getting onto that review, I'll do the speaking as one video, finish, take a break, and then I will do the review tomorrow. That will bring me back up to speed and in line with this week for the end of this week, which means we'll be then ready for next week to tackle core lesson 2 and onwards as things get more involved and more interesting in Unit 4, which is, as far as I know in this program, never got this far before, but as far as I know, will be the end of level 1, the level 1 CD. Unless, of course, we get to here in the milestone of Unit 4, the lesson 5 thing, right at the end here, and then all of a sudden it decides to open up another portion of the CD, and we've actually got like Unit 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. It's just tons of units until we finish level 1. I don't know until we get there, so we can find out together. That will be interesting. But yes, so tomorrow will be the speaking module of Unit 1, of Lesson 1 for Unit 4, followed with by a break, and then I will get straight on with the review. We'll get through that, and then we'll be ready for Monday next week to start core Lesson 2 of Unit 4, and then start the chunky meat and veg of these particular modules, where we start getting the repetitions of the previous lesson section, the previous lesson modules in the next, so on and so forth. And continue this step to gain self-taught Japanese in Rosetta Stone. Right, that's going to be all from me. As always, like, follow, share, and subscribe. You can find me here at twitch.tv/xofficina and youtube.com/xofficina. If you like me on one, you can find me on the other because they both link to each other. That's always a handy way of doing things. No matter your platform choice, which obviously I'd like to give some options here. As always, if you know anyone who likes Japanese culture, enjoys Japan as a whole, wants to learn Japanese and either doesn't know where to begin, wants to teach themselves rather than having other people push them in a direction or teach them in a certain way, may not have the budget to afford any subscription services, materials, tools, or even private lessons, obviously, or courses, etc., then I'm hoping that this free resource of my documentation of my learning, teaching myself this language in this program, will hopefully be of a benefit or of a use to you. Even if, yes, my videos aren't chaptered out, they can get quite long. However, playing from start to finish, there's nothing stopping you from just pausing and rewinding the section that you want to repeat. Unless, of course, it's it's slides that I'm repeating myself, in which case you can skip past that bit if you want to, if you know it the first time. If not, voila, you can follow along and repeat it as many times as I did in the video. But again, you have the control. It will all be in the player with the player's tools. So utilize the videos how you wish to teach yourself using these materials if you so desire. So again, share it out to those that you think may enjoy this. Your support and time to take out the day to enjoy this is very much appreciated. This does support me in keeping me doing what I'm doing. Not just me, but also my daughter as well. So much appreciated for anyone who does clock in and check in, who does like, follow, share, and subscribe. Again, if you want to get in touch, comment on any of the videos down below. Failing that, you can add the Discord server. The link is on both pages, both on Twitch and on YouTube. Everything is free, so I'm just doing this for the love of it. Why not? We need some more honest, truthful, down-to-earth and raw material, I think, on the internet. So everything has become so unbelievably overproduced that it's hard to escape that whole, is this being presented to us in a fashion to swerve us, to sway us, to make us think a certain way, make us believe a certain thing? Infighting occurs, everyone gets stressed out, and everyone just starts giving up on each other. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what we should be doing. Any media going out there should be raw, unedited, doesn't really need the polish, because if anyone wants your material and your content, they will find it and want to watch it. At least that's my belief, and we're all about honesty, truth, and transparency over here at CMP. Right, that's all from me for today. So as always, take care, stay safe, keep sane, and I'll see you in the next one, which hopefully will be tomorrow. Peace.